Hello YouTubers. I'm just doing some repair on my Craftsman 12 horsepower ride-on lawnmower. Now I'm putting this thing, take the motor out, everything's in pieces. So just wondering why this bad boy is not running properly. And also over time, gradually, the starting motor can't get over the hump anymore. So, open it up and realize this is the Tecumseh camshaft. See? If you look closely, there's a little bumps on that compression relief mechanism. That just looks like if we line up there, look closely, that little bump is about 30-40 thousandths fell over. So if the engine start running, and then see the bumps disappeared. Once the engine running, this weight would actually coming centrifugal force like this, staying running like that. Once you're cranking, it goes back. See that little bumps comes along. So I've been searching for the web like crazy, but couldn't see anybody see this kind of a pressure release mechanism. This is on the exhaust valve, and it's somewhat right in the top of closed position. If you look at the lobes, actually on the upside of lobes, pretty much in the middle of it, just slightly over. So I guess you're just doing your dead top dead center, so these things might not just get onto it. So adjust the valve to 6 cell on the exhaust and 4 cell on the intakes. That little bump should work. So the problem is not this mechanism. This mechanism looks like it's still working properly. Okay. Now this little bump is not clear. Let's put them this way. You see that little bumps? Yeah, that's the bump. Sorry for the shaking. Okay, I'm changing my hand. Now you see that little bump? Right over here in front of my finger. That's a little bump. It's a little bar. When you go back, the bar withdraw it back. And then actually the bar, the little pin, the bottom part is bigger, so when it's running, the bottom part will pull it in, whichever way. So that's why when you are in a cranking position, the weight is here, so the bumps is extruded about 30-40 cell to release the compression. This is on the compression valve. So check it out. The problem actually is quite simple. My connections on the starter motor, this over time is getting overheated. It's loose, so it doesn't give enough current to crank it over that little hump. If I put a jump cable, I have no problem. So now I tighten up this start motor terminal, and hopefully it will work the way I want it. Otherwise I might have to put a new cranking motor in there. This is an older style Tecumseh. Then they've been pretty famous on producing questionable quality motors. Yeah. So I'm trying to revive this one, and it looks like all the other components still in mediocre shape. Because I didn't ride this lawnmower cutting lawn a lot. I might cut once or twice, 3 times a year. My lawn is tiny. Take me 5 minutes to finish the cutting. So this is my next one. I'm going to put this Mastercraft to work. This one is the engine bloom. I think it's a connecting rod fall apart or something. So the piston will turn not all the way through, will stop at a certain point. It's turning free, and then the piston doesn't move. That means the connecting rod has buggered up. Actually, I have another exactly the same engine of a Brigham Stratton 12 horse and then 11 horse. They are exactly the same. So I can put that power head over to this one, or probably just taking the crankshaft, and if it's all the specs is still in there, I can just remove or order a connecting rod. I think a connecting rod, and then check everything over, and then make this run again. This is a reputable machine. They call them a industrial commercial model. This guy had put tons of hours onto it. So if you look at the by judging the front wheel is bald, like, yeah, this is not too bad. This one is completely bald, and also the steering gear is worn down, so I have to rebuild that. So that'll keep me busy this week. And so folks, don't throw those right-on lawnmower away. They're lots of fun to work on it, and then also repairing it quite simple compared to repair those bad boys or those bad boys. They are way more complex, and you got to watch all the details in order to make it working properly. Alrighty, so I'll have a few little projects in my yard, but so far I'm going to put it together tomorrow, and then so adjust my valves accordingly. And then this is where folks are always worrying about breaking their compression release mechanism. This one I checked, still working, and hopefully this will put back. And then oil pump is pretty unique. This oil pump is a ring and piston style, which is like that. That's the oil pump. So when you put this back in, it's because it's upside down, so you can't see that little ball. So it fall into that little catch on the sump cover. So some folks busting the walls of that little catch, and then it's down, so you have to throw the blocks away. So every time I tell people, when you put this back, make sure don't snug it yet. Make sure you play it, that little ball fall into the catch before you tighten up the bolt. Alright, this is it. Thank you so much, YouTubers. Enjoy the Easter weekend. Bye bye now.